What's up, traders? This is Cello. I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday, and I am going to break down my daily outlook for you. So, as everybody knows, or hopefully everybody knows, the dollar had news today. USD core PPI. The core PPI was a huge surprise today because it was at a 0.1%. The previous was a 0.7% positive. So, this was bearish for the dollar. And as you can see this morning, the dollar had a nice streak down at 7:30 a.m. on the dot. Now, I was expecting USD pairs to possibly rise, and I'll speak on that in a little bit. But right now, it seems like the dollar did a fake out. The news was already maybe accounted for because sometimes that happens. They'll have a forecast for what PPI should be, and then they'll just factor that in the graph before news ever hits. So there's a fake out. So usually, whenever news drops, whichever way price action goes, it's a fake out, and then it'll dump down the other way. As you can see here, the dollar dumped down to the downside because news should have been bearish for PPI red folder. Swept out the liquidity and then started to push back up. Now, if we get a close above 97,900, if buyers can take over that 97,900 buy, then I think that the dollar will take out liquidity. The dollar should take out liquidity to the supply zone here, the buy up and then the sell down that initially broke these lows to the left side. I don't quite consider this a tap. I just call this some liquidity made right before the zone. So that is what I am looking at for the dollar. I am expecting the dollar to tap supply if buyers can reclaim that 97.900 position. If not, I expect this demand to be destroyed to the bottom side. So if we check USD-JPY, I expect the dollar to rise. So in theory, JPY would rise as well. So we have a supply zone for USD-JPY. We have a buy up and then a sell down that broke this low right here to market structure. We also have liquidity, trend line liquidity, which is almost my favorite. As you can see, we looked as though we're respecting this trend line, and price action is just starting to take out those orders to the top side. I am expecting USD-JPY to tap into this supply zone and then give some further bleeds. Let me go ahead and mark this up real quick. Now, if we check GBP USD, GBP USD doesn't quite have much going on because there just isn't clear structure. Now, we do have that news jump from this morning, like I said, the dollar falling with that CPI dropping, and then a fake out. So basically, a buy up, a sell down, liquid being taken out, and then a nice sell down to the downside. Now let's take a look at Euro USD. As we spoke yesterday in the daily outlook, if you guys watched, that I was looking to take buy orders off this supply. So we have a sell down and then a buy up that broke these highs. Also, this supply zone to the left side, which leaves a demand zone behind. So the first confluence is market structure. We have a sell down and a buy up, maintaining bullish market structure. So market structure is bullish on Euro USD. Second confluence is supply and demand. We'll leave a beautiful demand zone down. We'll just mark up the high from the sell down, then the lowest point of the sell down before the change of character. And as you can see, we leave a beautiful demand zone. And then the last part is liquidity. So we have liquidity here. Price action takes it out, creates another high, and then dumps down again, leaving that more liquidity as we swept on the dump down. Then we get entered. Now, with news happening this morning, like I said, it seems like Euro USD had a fake out as well. The dollar CPI drop, which was way lower than forecasted. Euro USD pushes up because the dollar gets weaker, then dumps down again. Now that's what I call the fake out phase. We get a buy up and gets everybody in buys because the dollar is weaker. Then we take out the orders to the top side and then we just dump it down. Now the reason why we dump down, you guys, is like I said, it's because the dollar did not respect that those bearish sells. So the dollar did not continue to sell down basically. Now I have a new extension, which is USD CAD, which I don't have too much on USD CAD just yet. But I am going to start trading only USD pairs. So NZD USD, it's a different story. As you guys can see, we have a sell down and a buy up, breaking these consolidating highs to the left side. We have liquidity ready. I am waiting on the supply tap for NZD USD for further buys. And as you can see, you guys, NZD USD had a high and then a higher high. So as long as we respect this low to the downside, the previous supply zone, then we should get a further push on this zone on NZD USD. Let's take a look at gold. Now, as you guys can see, I did miss this trade. I did not take it. We have a sell down and then a buy up on gold. Market structure is bullish. Second confluence is supply and demand, which leaves a beautiful demand zone behind. The next thing that we need is liquidity. Gold creates a low just right here. We sweep out liquidity with another low created before the zone tap, which creates more liquidity. We get a sweep of this low and then a perfect 2RR. Now, I did not take this demand zone because I was just, I guess, not focused or paying attention. Now, the next demand zone that I am focusing on, if the dollar does reclaim that 97.900 range and starts to push bullish, I am expecting this demand zone to hold strong on gold once the dollar taps into supply. That'll be it for this Wednesday's daily outlook. Don't forget to check out the rest of the outlooks and more to come.